Hey there, it's Alex from Inside Gadgets, and today we're going to be looking at GBxCart RW. This device supports Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance cartridges. It lets you back up the ROM, save your save game, restore your save game, and also write to certain supported flash carts. It also supports backing up your photos from your Game Boy camera, and there's a one-click program that does that. So let's take a quick look at the unit itself. It comes with two connector options, USB micro or USB-C, and you've got a little toggle switch to select Game Boy or Game Boy Advance mode. For Windows installation, we have a quick how-to guide on the website gbxcart.com. You just install the Microsoft C++ redistributable packages, the x86 and the x64. Head over to the download section and download the latest zip file. Once you've unzipped that, you want to go into the interface programs, into the GUI interface, and open up the exe file. You can now plug in the USB port, and you'll see the Game Boy 5V light up. You can hit open port and it should automatically detect the COM port. If it hasn't picked up the COM port, you'll have to open up Device Manager and just double check that it's showing as the CH340. If you get an unknown device, you'll just have to right click and update the driver, and the driver files can be found over in the driver folder here. Since we know it detected it okay, we can go ahead and unplug it and connect in our first game and plug it back in, and we'll reopen the port, read the header, and it just gives you information about the cartridge. We'll back up the ROM and then back up the save. It's a good idea to verify the ROM and the save file by using an emulator such as BGB, so let's go ahead and open it up. Now if you ever wish to restore your save back onto the cart, you can just hit the restore save button. It'll just give you a little prompt to let you know it's going to wipe the save off the cartridge. So just hit yes to that, and then that's all been restored. Now when you want to switch games, it's always a good idea to unplug the device first and then switch on to your game. Now since this is a Game Boy Advance game, we have to switch over to the 3.3 volt setting and go ahead and plug that back in. And you'll see a different light comes on this time, and we'll open the port, and you can see that over here it's changed the mode automatically to Game Boy Advance. We'll click read header. It does take a second or two, and you can see here it's got the information like last time. There are some other options in the GUI which allow you to add the date and time to the save file. So if we were to back up the save, it'll come in over here with the date and the time that you've done that save. And if you'd like it to prompt you for which save file to restore, you can select this option here, and when you go to restore the save, you can then pick which save file to restore. If you have a Game Boy camera, you can just insert it like any other cartridge, plug it in, and then make sure you use the GBA Camera Saver program, and that will automatically create a folder with the current date and time and put your pictures there. To rewrite a flash cart, you'd first have to make sure the chip inside the flash cart was in the supported list. Plug it in as usual. Open the port. Then you would go over to the cart section, say specify cart info, choose it as a flash cart, and select the flash chip you found. So for us, it's this one here. You'd OK that, and now you choose the file you wish to write. So I'm going to choose Warrior Land, and then you select Write ROM, and it's just going to take a couple of minutes to write that.